the max? What's the max? What's the max a man should be paying for child support?
The max, and I'm gonna be totally honest. With a regular kid,
Y'all talking about regular folks.
With a regular kid, at the most, a monthly 10,000 a month. A month.
You lost me. You said
a month.
You said what?
A month.
10,000.
A month.
10,000.
It's not reasonable, but I got no doubt that she's being honest. Guys, hoflation is a serious issue all over the modern world, but the demands definitely are concentrated considerably among single moms, and that's a huge issue because they are everywhere at this point. Seriously, most Western men could walk outside, pick up a rock blindfolded, and throw it in any direction, with an almost certain outcome being a lawsuit stemming from a woman looking for any way to work the system. This chick is looking for $10K for a regular kid. Whatever the hell that means. The first set of comments at the top for this one are, what is a regular kid? I knew this was going to be a question. This woman is strung out, man. She has never, ever met anyone who makes $10K a month and never will. Nope, but they definitely continue to dream, don't they? She done lost her damn mind. Max should be $2,500. That's enough for food, clothes, and other miscellaneous things for the child. And if I have to pay more, just let the child live with me. Brother, stop trying to compromise. 0 is the max. This is going to be a bumpy ride, people. Before we go any further with the video, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Cap in Hands, who shared, "Women don't love you. They love what you can do for them." That is truth. But I want to bring this comment into discussion because men are the providers, but what do you guys think? Is there more to just providing that we can do? But anyway, please don't forget to reach out to my email to claim your $5. As always, guys, I'll be picking one comment from each video. Could be the funniest, the most liked, or just one that moved me. So don't forget to leave a comment and you could be our very next winner tomorrow. So be sure to hit that like and sub button too, as that helps out a ton.
Embrace your masculinity.
What if you're a single mom like I am, and you decide not to stay with the baby's father because it'll be worse for the child, so you decide to leave and you both share custody of this child?
When did you discover you couldn't get along with him?
When I was pregnant, but that is my problem and not yours.
No, it isn't. It becomes the child's problem. How many of you would choose to be brought up by a nanny, a babysitter, or a daycare center yourself if you could choose? Stand up. Then don't do that to your kids. I'm trying to reinstill the will to make children important. We've lost all of that. We've just been so into ourselves.
I've said it once, I'll say it again. I'll say it 1,000,000 times until this shit stops. All of this feminist nonsense was put into overdrive in the 90s. This was the last decade in the latest chapter of Western history where women would go silent and listen for a few seconds after saying something that is ludicrous. It was the last decade when you saw remaining homemakers trying to stop the momentum of single motherhood in its tracks. And I got no doubt grandma and grandpa are rolling in their graves. So the comments are, toxic feminism has ruined this country and our families. Preach, Devin. Preach. Hey, single mom, choose correctly. That's a tall order for women in this era, and it's impossible for the women now. Everyone that doesn't like her advice is the exact person she's talking about. Dr. Laura is 1000% correct. Keep preaching. This generation needs it more than ever. It would take a damn miracle for them to hear it, lady. Dr. Laura, keep preaching. I agree with you 110%. I was married 22 years and I didn't divorce until my son turned 18 and went off to college. I didn't want some bimbo having an influence on my son when he went to go visit his father for the weekend, so that's why I stayed with his father. I loved my son more than I hated his father. Whoosh, right over your head, lady. Next clip.
I don't think you really want to deal with reality. That the reality is when a male of the species in the mammal kingdom takes over another woman, he the cubs. Or they have to leave and take care of themselves. And if they can't, what happens to them?
Like you said, they die, right?
Right. And we're mammals.
Mm-hmm.
Men look at you with another person. He said, damn, my money has to go to feed another man's cub. I don't want to do that. That's already competition. Your child is always going to come first to you. That means a man automatically knows he's going to come second. You're not looking for a husband. You're looking for a stepfather. You're looking for somebody to be a stepfather who is willing to not throw your child into the wilderness, is willing to step into a father role. And what is he going to get from being such an incredible, benevolent man? What is he going to get? Because you didn't require the man who made the baby to marry you.
Now this is biology done right. Feminists and single moms they promote always try and draw parallels between people and organisms that scarcely resemble humanity. The only time that will be appropriate is when discussing serotonin. Otherwise, it's a reach. Mammals of all kinds are subject to a hierarchy, and women always love to argue that they value the man if he enters their lives, only to backpedal when the ring is on their finger. That, or they just expect a servile treatment that always blows up in everyone's faces. Also, this rant aged like fine wine with the ridiculous barren man argument we hear about every day. The comments here are, he is stating the truth. You didn't require nothing from the guy who made the baby, but you do from the guy who comes next who has now 2 responsibilities. They want a redo, but there's no way we'll be providing that service. It is amazing that this has to be explained over and over and over and over again. Until the war is over, man. Let me understand. A woman will choose her children first. Men will choose the female over their own children. Why would we want those men? Another woman not listening. Next.
There is only one other man that I slept with the month that I got pregnant. In our entire relationship, I didn't even sleep with 7 other people.
No. That's a lie right there.
What's a lie, Mr. Schroll?
That she only slept with...
You can say whatever you want to say, Christian, but you know because I told you before I even knew I was pregnant. I told you the day after I cheated on you what happened, why it happened, how I felt about it, why I was sorry about it.
Well, tell me what happened. Tell the court.
It wasn't something I was proud of, and he's not even a possible factor for the father. I have my conception date right here.
I'd like to see that evidence. Will you hand it to me, please?
I conceived at the beginning of August. I did not sleep with him until the end of August.
So let me understand this. You've prepared a calendar for the court.
Yes, ma'am. I slept with Christian every single night, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day.
I don't remember all that.
Wow.
I don't remember all that.
These days are outlined completely every day.
Every day.
From the 2nd
I don't remember any
to
of
the
that.
31st, you had sex with Mr. Schroll.
You don't remember that? We lived together for 3 years. We had sex every single day. How do you not remember that?
How do we sleep together when you're either in a foster home or you're at a girl's home or you're living...
I wasn't in a foster home at the beginning of August. I wasn't in a foster home until August 30th. My mom didn't die until August 28th. I think I would remember this. This is why I remember this so clearly because it was the most traumatic event I'd been through.
You show that you had sex with Mr. Schroll all of these days, but then you had sex with another man somewhere around the 14th.
Yes.
You also have the 8th circle.
Amazing. Negative accountability. Women only have 2 gears when confronted with responsibility. They either cry and say that they were a victim of circumstance, claiming that all of the infidelity magically fell out of the sky. Or they come at you with anger, claiming that because they outlined the situation that suddenly works as an act of reconciliation that should allow them to re-enter the home. And of course, this goes double for single moms. Every action or statement is solely designed for some self-serving goal. They refuse to admit that everything that went wrong was the product of their own independent decisions. Here are the top comments. They speak like it's normal. He's the father, just saw it on YouTube. Lady, who the hell cares at this point? She's a single mom either way after all of this has been revealed. She shouldn't be getting any support. If you sleep with another man while we dating, even after DNA, it'll take God for me to accept that kid, raise him or her, and explain to them why their dad has nothing to do with them. And this is why it would never work out. Disgusting. Is this what you were proud of? Not shocking in the slightest. Next.
Go a little deeper. Are we sending our sons out into the world to go be with women that already have children? Would you suggest that to your child?
I wouldn't suggest it, but if it happened, I'm not going to ostracize him.
No, I didn't ask that. I asked, would you suggest it? As a mother, and him as a father,
no, I'm not
suggesting to your son to go be with a woman that already has a kid?
Okay, the answer is no. Now what?
When it comes to asking feminists, especially single moms, what they feel about the current climate, clearly you have to be as specific as possible. Otherwise, they try and blur the lines to the point where everyone and their father feels like Stevie Wonder. And this clip proves that this is the only way to get to the bottom of the issue. The interviewer stuck to the main point, "Would you suggest it?" And when the woman here tried to deflect, he hammered down. Without anywhere to escape in the conversation, she had to concede defeat and angrily listen to reason. The comments are, "Would you suggest your daughter to be with a man that has kids?" Nobody was asking that question, and stable women don't even care about that. Stay mad. We had 2 sons, and I have definitely told them to stay away from single mothers. Bravo, the world is healing. I'm a single mom of 3 sons, no daughters. My oldest son is 21, and I'm not suggesting to him to get a woman with a child because he doesn't have a child. On the flip side, if he already had a child, then that would be different because you can't expect a standard from someone that you don't have. Ah, yes, the single mom mentality, the feminist mentality, everyone is the same. Moving on before I lose my goddamn mind.
Man, girls, this is crazy. I can't even believe this.
Where my money at?
That's all you worried about, huh? Don't you got
For
money?
my son? Yes.
No,
What
no,
they
no,
gotta
no.
do with anything?
Don't
You know
even
your
close.
job.
Don't even close. What you mean? I know my job.
You know what you're supposed to do every week.
Okay, I understand that. I understand. I wouldn't be having to do this if you wasn't a bitter baby mom.
Okay.
Let me ask you this, because you thought the money wasn't gonna go back.
You talking
to...
a
Hold
lot.
on.
Hey, my man on the way. Come on.
She said her man on the way. Your man need to know what you be doing.
What do I be doing?
You must not know. I got the refund.
The refund? What do you mean?
I got the refund. You know what I'm talking about. I didn't take. I brought the clothes to you. So how did I get the money back from the clothes I just bought my son?
Why are you even bringing up stuff from last week?
Yo.
It's a whole other week. It's a Monday morning.
You got jokes.
Monday,
You are
what is it,
sick.
evening, PM?
You are sick.
The eclipse been throwing me off.
Not that. Okay. Why you took back the clothes and the shoes I bought my son?
Why are you worried about what I do with our son's clothes and shoes?
No. Don't sit here and just like, come on, bro. He's a kid, bro, and he need them. Open my door.
It's cold.
Bro, I don't even want you in my car. Didn't you say your man coming?
And is, so give me my money and come on.
Nigga think I'm about to give her some money after she just took my son's clothes back.
He didn't need those.
What you did with
he didn't need those.
He didn't need them?
They were not the right size. So now what?
My son is a 3T.
Okay, the is she wrong or is she right is total bait, and you should remove it as soon as possible. As I've said many times before, this is the majority of single moms, the ones the media desperately hopes none of us see, strung out and entitled, selling their own child's stuff to satiate a hunger that will never be satisfied. Everyone wants us to look away and focus on the war widows and civil service wives that actually need some kind of assistance because they were the small minority where it sort of makes sense. Well, we won't, because this is actually what's going on out there for most of the moms that feminists push as, quote, heroes. Here are the top comments. She on dope. That's junkie behavior. Have the courts drug test her. It's worth a shot depending on where you live, I guess. The best birth control button. Or just don't date them at all. Problem solved. Get custody of your son. She more bothered about money rather than her child, clearly. Easier said than done, Chloe. Don't pay her and take her back to court and show them this video. We need to start exposing them broke baby mamas. Keep the receipts and take her to court and get custody of your son. The best advice that doesn't seem to be here is walk away. Next clip.
If a father is not home and he's going to get the money and he's going to like do all the work and the woman is stay-at-home mom, who in that partnership is doing more? The man who is going to work and getting all the money, he's doing 100% of the work. But in reality, being a mother at home, stay at home, you know how insane that is to do that? I'm a mom and trust me, it's insane.
That was the case. There should be more women vouching to go to work and to split the children responsibilities 50-50.
There are women who do that.
Not to mention the statistics show that single fathers are better parents than single moms.
I ain't
Where are those statistics?
Shout out to the single fathers, but yeah, I would love to.
I want to see the statistics.
What he's referring to is that the outcomes of children in comparison to in single mother households compared to single father households. Single father households mostly yield the same results as a two family household, whereas a single mother household, then children are more likely to run away, commit suicide, commit crime, go to jail, teenage pregnancy, and things of that.
I don't doubt that. I just want to see it.
Like, I mean, too, when there's more single mothers than single fathers, so the outcome.
It's not based on the quantity, it's based on the percentage.
Oh hey, I've seen this delusional character before. Ladies, you literally just have to Google it and you'll find that the children from single mother households are 5 times more likely to commit self-inflicted damage than children from both unbroken households and single father households, 9 times more likely to drop out of high school, and 10 times more likely to abuse chemical substances. This is seriously one of the oldest tricks in the book to ignore actual facts, asking for exact resources on the spot like the debater is a walking computer. Sometimes the question is warranted, but they're clearly using the tactic to cope. The comments are, I want to see the statistics. It's called Google, duh. Y'all be on y'all phones 24/7. Exactly. Gold star for you. I'm genuinely confused about what women really want. Every day on this app, I see complaints about having to work and a preference for being a stay-at-home mom. But when given the chance to be a stay-at-home mom, many women say it's even more demanding than having a job. So which one is it? They can't pick, man. They just prefer to be unhappy. I don't understand. If being a stay-at-home mom is insane, why do so many women want this lifestyle versus going to work and sharing the household and family responsibilities? If y'all believe that there are more single mothers than single fathers, shouldn't you also believe that there is a small percentage of men that's making y'all this way? There's always one. Next.
I know one of the things for me that I know this would shock a lot of women out there is like, can a woman with kids even put you first?
Not a shocker. That's a valid question.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of single moms, the longer they're single, the more they cling to their identity of being a single mom. So they prioritize their kids here. So you're almost always going to be, depending on how many kids they are, third or two. And I think that's difficult, right? For a man that says, I'm going to marry you knowing I'm never going to be your priority.
All of these are valid arguments, but the comments are bound to be mixed. You can smell it. Here we go. Men posturing competition with children is strange to me. Boom. Called it. Men don't desire competition with children. That's literally what the man just said. All these women in the comments is why y'all single now and can't keep a man. Bingo. My parents were married over 35 years before my dad passed. I know I was a priority, but never ahead of my dad. Unless I was sick, then I was both their one priority. Like we made dad's plate first. We always looked out for him to make sure he was good, because he always looked out for us. He got the biggest piece of chicken and still would say, y'all want some of mine. My mom would yell, eat your food. Sounds traditional. I like it. Moving on.
He was looking through my phone, checking my messages, and ended up saying that I was cheating with another guy.
Phone rung, and it said her sister. And I know her sister's numbers and had a different number, so I answered the phone. And whoever it was, they didn't say anything. They got quiet, so I politely handed her the phone. She's always very honest when she gets caught. So she went ahead and came clean.
So, Miss Fain, you were cheating on your husband?
Yes, I was.
Why?
Pretty much, I got married early, and I just wasn't interested in Drew anymore. So I started cheating.
Is this the only time you caught your wife cheating?
No, it's not. All right, this was the second time. And, you know, the first time is very eerily similar to the second. You know, I answered the phone, and, you know, the same thing. I took her the phone, and she told the truth about it. You know, we had our, argument or whatever you want to call it. And, she told the truth. And, we worked past it.
So how many different affairs did you have? 2. And this was not just your boyfriend, this was your husband.
Yes. Yeah. I don't want to watch another man's kids. I don't want to raise another man's kids. She can have 20 more kids, and they're going to fall on me.
My tools are tied.
I don't want that. No, I want a divorce.
Mr. Jeter, you are not the father.
Ooh.
And do you know who Kingston's biological father is?
Yes, Your Honor. It's the other guy.
But you said you were sure because you only had unprotected with your husband.
Yes, but that's the only other person.
Has he ever met his father?
Yes, Your Honor. He denied him also.
You can see the pain in the man's eyes. It's too bad he wasn't born later with all of this information available. The comments are, never forgive a woman for cheating, fellas. She will never respect you after you forgive her. She belongs to the streets. She wasted the man's time. The wall will justify it eventually. The other guy denied the baby because you were married. Can't blame the other guy for that. My guy wanted to tap dance after hearing the results. Wouldn't you? Next clip.
Would you date a man that made $70K?
No.
Okay, so $70K and under is not an option. Would you date a man that made $80K?
It depends.
Should he look a certain way?
At least be active in the gym, working towards some type of body goals.
Fair enough. Let's do the Kendra Cam. We got to see your full body, okay? We see you thick with it. They tell me to ask you about the gym because you...
That's not thick, man. You're overweight. When you were sitting down, we could tell by the rolls in the front of your neck that you were obese. But you want a man that's consistently in the gym and in shape. The hypocrisy is astounding. You want that which you are not, clearly. You won't date a man that makes 70K. 70K is still an above average income. But as we take a further look, you're 30 years old now, you have a 5-year-old, which means you were 24 years old upon inception. When you got pregnant by the doctor who proposed to you, you did everything right. You locked your man down when you were young, but you fumbled it. Now you're coming back into the dating market, possibly 50 pounds heavier, face rounder, and you think you're going to get the same type of man that you got 6 years ago. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for you, man.
Some people don't own mirrors, and it shows. The top comments are, I could hear the cholesterol in her voice. Women over 250 aren't an option. She's never been to a gym. They love using the word thick. I don't understand why someone else's standards and preferences bother y'all. She has a right to want what she wants, no matter how unrealistic you deem that to be. Lady, the point is, she won't get it. None of you will. I can already hear your new anthem playing in the distance.
As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.